Tonight on Closer Look, there's been an increase in the number of swatting calls across the province of Ontario, specifically in the Kitchener-Waterloo area. Cambridge Today reporter Matt Betts has been reporting on this issue and joins us tonight from Cambridge. Matt, to start with, can you give us an explanation of what exactly swatting is and how it happens?
Yeah, so it's a relatively new crime that police are dealing with. So essentially, an individual will place a phone call with police to 911, stating there's an emergency, some sort of emergency, whether it's a shooting, a kidnapping, a hostage situation at a certain address. Obviously, that's completely false. It's designed to provoke a police response. Police show up to the residence. The homeowners are completely unsuspecting, which obviously can be very scary and I'm sure embarrassing for them.
Now, are police seeing more and more of these types of incidents, Matt?
Yeah, so Police Chief Mark Crowell for Waterloo Regional Police actually spoke about this earlier this week. They had 26 in 2024, and he's saying it's being considered a serious threat to public safety.
Now, there's been a number of these cases over the past several months. In fact, back in November, a Kitchener teen was charged with 29 criminal offenses after 13 swatting calls. What can you tell us about that case?
Yeah, this was a lengthy one and probably the biggest one we've seen that I know of around here. It lasted about 6 months from May to, I believe, November. It involved multiple calls, as you mentioned, bringing a handgun to a local high school, detonating a bomb at a local business, shooting up certain residences, a mass shooting threat at a Canada Day celebration. It actually caused the cancellation of a Relay for Life event, which is obviously unfortunate given the charity involved in that.
For sure. Now, more recently, there was a story that you reported on that saw a Cambridge mom open her front door to a shocking scene. Fill us in.
Yeah, so it was actually funny. She posted on a Nextdoor, which is kind of like a community engagement platform, that she was looking to get her door fixed. And she just mentioned that it was from a swatting call that police broke in and broke her door, damaged her door frame. But she said she got a call that she didn't recognize from a number. She was cooking. It was a normal Sunday. And the number called back, and then she heard a loud banging on the door that she said sounded like someone was trying to kick it in. So she walks around to the front door, looks out the front window, and she sees the lights and sirens, a number of police officers, all with their guns drawn. She went outside. She said she wanted to laugh because she thought she was getting pranked. But she said the police officers were very aggressive, obviously taking the call very seriously. And what ended up happening was, after a bunch of questioning, someone had made a call with that residence saying that someone named Max had tied up their girlfriend and had shot them in the basement.
Now, her name, of course, Mary DiStefano, but to make matters worse, it didn't end there for the DiStefano family. What happened after that?
Yeah, so it actually happened again. She was out running an errand, and she got a phone call from a neighbor saying, "Your house is surrounded by police. I don't know. Are you okay?" And she realized this is probably what was happening again. She called her son. Her son was in the shower, and by the time he got out, police had already broken in the door, and she could hear on the other end of the phone the police searching the house.
Matt, sorry, go ahead.
That one was... The call was to do with someone at the residence was stabbing their niece and nephew, and police had to arrive immediately, was the message.
Matt, this has got to be a huge cost and a big strain on resources that clearly could be both better spent elsewhere.
Absolutely. I mean, police are this isn't normally just one officer showing up. This is something police are trained to take very seriously, these calls, obviously, with them being, especially violence. So yeah, it's multiple officers, guns drawn. There's not only the call itself, there's a follow-up, there's the investigation trying to find who's responsible. So it definitely is a huge strain on their system.
Absolutely. Cambridge Today reporter Matt Betts joining us on tonight's Closer Look.